So we decided to take this opportunity, since we're driving up to one of our furthest accounts, to just tell you a little bit about why we started, how we started, where we were the first year, 2 years of business, and then over the next couple videos we'll just give you guys a little bit more.
All the way up until like where we're at now and where we want to take our business in the future and our plans on what we're trying to do. And hopefully it helps other people that have been or do start in the same position we started in. We started, what, 8 years ago, 2010?
So to start you guys off, I used to be a director of a daycare center.
And I used to build cabinets for 10 years.
We had great jobs. We lived in New Jersey. At that time we had 3 children, and then the economy went down a little.
Yes, I lost my job after 10 years in 2007 in New Jersey.
We moved.
Maybe it was 2008.
It was 2008, because then we had our 3rd child the beginning of 2008. So here we are with only me running the daycare center out of the house, which was really great. It was making great money, but then at this point Carl did not have a job.
And the economy was going down, so
we were worried about losing daycare children. And we came on vacation to Western North Carolina.
And fell in love with it.
Fell in love.
So after a year, we figured we would take a shot in 2008, because the only income we had was her daycare, and I was on unemployment at that time, and there was no jobs, nobody was paying. So we knew we had a little bit longer that we could collect unemployment, so we took whatever we had saved, which wasn't much at all, and decided to move 600 miles south into Western North Carolina, where we always talked about moving to North Carolina and never did it. Well, things weren't looking good up in New Jersey, so we just decided to get up and move with 3 children, no job, just the unemployment that I was getting, and we probably honestly had enough money to get us rent paid for 6 months to a year. And right before we moved down here, we decided, let's open up a lawn care business.
We both knew that we couldn't make ends meet working 40 hours a week. We knew that we needed the flexibility having 3 children. And this was something that we could grow with.
Yes, and we started August 5th in the middle of the summer with very little money and no clients.
So we went and had flyers made. Well, first we went and got a DBA.
Yes.
We got a DBA doing business as Happy's Lawn Care. And we printed flyers
and went door to door putting flyers on people's doors and stuff, which I was very hesitant to do, because I at that time very shy, wouldn't knock on people's doors. Just going up to put a flyer on somebody's door was a lot for me. You know, I was afraid of rejection and stuff like that, but we ended up doing it, and I think that year we finished out with 22 full-time accounts.
So wasn't so bad starting in August, and you know, we were excited to get back into it in the spring. So we started, you know, putting out quotes to those clients that we originally had ended 2010 with. We put out mulching quotes. We put out weekly mowing quotes, and we offered, if they referred us to a client, that, you know, we would give them a little bit of a discount because we were new in business.
Yes, and back then our prices, I gotta say, were lower than probably a lot of people, but when you start out with a push mower, a weed eater, and a blower, you kind of have to do that in the beginning. And then as you watch, see how we progress, and you start getting better and better at what you do, and you can charge more money. So that the next season when we started, I think we probably did most of our advertising on Craigslist.
Yeah, I made the website, one-page website that winter. We did most of our advertising on Craigslist, and like I said, word of mouth, and we did the flyers. I seen a flashback on Facebook this past April, and I was excited to announce that in 2011, like the middle of April 2011, we had signed our 25th and 26th full-time client.
Yes. And it was still hard because we had to struggle through the winters for a while. So we never had any money really saved up because we had to put everything into raising the 3 kids that we had, and just it was tough.
Living,
living,
putting money back into the business and putting money into our family, and just trying to make ends meet.
And I think the second season we ended up going to a rental place to get our first riding mower, because when the position we were in, we couldn't go out and finance a new mower or even finance one through Lowe's or anything. So we ended up going to a rental place, and we got our first mower. It was an Aaron's 36-inch mower, I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
So, and we started with every year we would get a self-propelled Toro mower, and here you have to do self-propelled. There's a lot of hills, and I mean, they only last one season, and you have to buy another one, but it's $300 and something, and it pays for itself if you keep it going. Everything does pay for itself. We even had an old, I think we bought our first weed eater, might have been an Echo at the time. So, and it weed eated a lot of stuff.
In 2011, we ended up doing very well because we ended up moving out of the apartment in June, which was in West Asheville, and then we moved all the way down south about 20 minutes.
Yeah, about 17 miles south of where we originally started the business, and that's why our route is so big. We are working to get it back down, like get a smaller route.
Consolidate our route and just make it so that our profit, it's more profitable than it has been.
So I want to get everybody to weekly eventually. So, I mean, it's just so much easier.
So really, to conclude this part of our journey, we just want to say that you really do have to have determination and drive. And for us, I have to say that our drive to do well, to be able to be financially secure, to be able to send them to college. There were many times that Carl and I questioned, are we moving in the right direction? Is this something that we should continue? And there has been a lot of trial and errors over the past couple years. So we look forward to you guys sharing in our journey. We are excited to say that we are over 50 subscribers now, so thank you very much for everybody that is interested in our journey.
Yeah.
We have used YouTube ourselves for many, many years.
To learn, to do things.
So now, being this long into business, we would love to connect and also contribute what we have to contribute, and hopefully motivate someone. It absolutely can be done.
Yes.
We did it, and we also did not have the backup of another income, and we had at that time 3 children that needed us to, number one, make sure that we had a roof over their head and foods in their mouths. So just keep pushing.
So here's what we did so far. This area doesn't stripe that good. It's not good grass, but we're about to really revamp this side. We're going to do a massive garden, flower bed, and have the girls have their little vegetable stand right in between, right in the middle of it all. And now this is a lot of weeds on this hill too, but this grass is somewhat better, so it stripes a lot better too. Then I mowed this side over here, left grass there, and then I run the mower and all the big 48 between all these aisles here. Everything looks good. We had deer problems. Now we're battling beetles. But other than that, everything's looking really nice. The flowers up the side like we wanted. So the only thing I gotta do is come out here and weed eat and weed. Our carrots are being eaten by weeds. Rachel looks like she pulled some weeds out. So, and they're all our green beans. So, we have a groundhog problem too. So we'll go ahead and start our project soon, and I'll record some of that. I wonder if she came out here and picked green beans. Look at them. Anybody want some purple green beans? Now I gotta hope my phone doesn't fall down. Hey buddy. Hey guys, so that was a little bit of our story and where we're looking to go in the future. Wanted to say thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, just ask us and we'll do our best to answer them. Thanks. Have a good 4th of July.